Good morning, everyone. Thank you for starting your day out with me. I'm Jenna Stauffer. All right, there are stars, there are superstars, and then there is Mack Rackley. He is my first guest this morning. He's been filming deadly predators for almost 30 years. He specializes in underwater videography. His work has been shown everywhere from Discovery Channel to History Channel to MTV. Now, his incredible shots and his ability to hold his breath for over 5 minutes allows him to get up close and personal with his subjects. The zoom button doesn't exist to this guy. Enjoy this quick clip of some of his incredible work this morning. After the video, I'll be talking with the man himself.
My favorite thing about spearfishing would probably be just being out in the water. I mean, there's something tranquil about it.
I like the Keys because you can go diving pretty much like every day. Surfing's just so nice out here compared to like anywhere else.
I like 100-foot viz and deep wrecks and big group.
What do I like about spearfishing? It's the hunt, you know? It's the hunt.
I was lined up on a black grouper in like 100+ feet of water.
Super clear, but I was a little bit off the ledge as I dropped down.
So I swim off and around the side and then go down.
And when I opened my eyes, the shark was right here.
Those guys and this boat went out 120 miles west.
I think I was born with spearfishing in my blood.
All right, Mack, thank you so much for being on this morning. It is a pleasure having you here.
Thank you for having me on
You
here.
are one fearless man. And I want to know how this all began. When did you get your very first camera?
I got my first camera when I was like 18. My brother, we were spear fishermen. I was born in Key West. And I got a camera, and we just started filming the spearfishing every day. And the sharks were coming in. This and that. We would go home and watch the footage on, at home, and it was just like, this is the coolest thing I've ever done, So I've been doing it ever since.
So the passion just took off right from there.
Yep.
And you do everything, Mack. You do sharks. You do gators. What would you say is your scariest subject that you shoot?
The scariest subject?
You probably don't think any of them are scary, do you?
They could get scary. I mean, like a 500-pound mako, like coming at you, It's not scared. It's more like on guard, and being like totally like tuned in because they come in really fast,
How do you mentally prepare for when you go underwater and you shoot these subjects?
I mentally prepare. I mean, like, I just chill, I don't like trying like overthink it, and each job is like, you just like, I look at it like, all right, step by step by step, and if you think about the whole big picture, it could mess you up, but you just, you go at it like that.
Yeah, you really can't think too much beforehand or else you might freak yourself out. What does your family think about you doing this line of work, Mack?
I don't know. I mean, it's like, they like it. I mean, I've been doing it for so long.
They don't fear for your life when you do go on some of these shoots?
I don't think so. I don't think it's like, I
It's
go,
just what
I
you
come
do.
back,
Now, Mack, your work has been shown everywhere, specifically Shark Week on the Discovery Channel. How did that all get started?
It got started like just from gathering footage over the years, and I worked with a guy, Manny Puig. I worked with him. We did a lot of shark encounters together, and I started selling footage to Discovery, and just accumulated a lot of like knowledge and like footage of behavior of sharks, and then they kind of showcased it.
Well, we're going to take a quick break right now, but when we come back this morning, we're going to show some of this footage, and when I watched it, I think I had a heart attack for you, okay? You got so up in their faces. It was awesome. All right, stay with us, everyone. There is much more to come this morning with Mack Rackley. All right, Mark, I can tell that you didn't use the zoom button in so many of those shots because those sharks are right up to your camera. You don't get that with the zoom button.
No, no, because it's a fluid thing. The sharks are coming at you, you know, at high rates of speed and stuff, and it's just kind of it's impossible to use it, you know. And
you like it. You get a thrill out of them just coming up to you, don't you?
I do. I like the thrill. I like the image that it gives you. You know, it puts you right there up close and personal with them. And you go home and you look at the footage. You study the footage. You know, you learn behavior.
Yeah, learn behavior. Well, what about the sharks that we just saw, Mark? Tell us about those.
Those were local sharks I filmed here. I usually go out filming with any of the guys that are around. You know, we all go out. We jump in and, you know, we film the sharks, you know, we get
You
stock
go after
footage
'em.
and stuff. Yeah, you know, I mean, we like being around them, and there's no like fear in our group of sharks, you know.
That's
We're all like-
crazy. I couldn't be in your group then because I have
No, you
too
could, you
much
could.
fear. Now,
We could fix that.
have you been bitten by a shark before, Mark?
I've been bit up to here by a Caribbean reef shark, but luckily I had a mesh sleeve on. But the host, it was Les Stroud from Survivor Man. He put the bait on my arm, and the sharks are just precision, you know, hunters, and he just put the bait right there, and the shark grabbed my arm, pulled it off, and sucked it down his mouth.
Was he trying to kill you by putting the bait on
Did it
your
by
arm?
accident, you know. We went back and looked at the footage, and it was just like, dude, you put that on my arm, man.
That's crazy. So when you say your arm then was
Yeah, it
in
was up to here.
the mouth.
And he was just,
and what were you thinking?
well, I had that sleeve on like that, and it was like, well, I'm so glad I had this sleeve on, you know. Sally gave me that sleeve, yeah.
So you normally don't wear a sleeve.
I never wore mesh, you know, like that. And when he got off, he bled me right here because I had a glove, and he just was, you know, and I got my hand out of his mouth.
Yeah, so that sleeve was your saving grace.
Yeah.
That's the only shark bite.
I had a Mako grab the front of the camera, about a 400-pound Mako, and I was free diving. I was about 20 feet under the water, and he just locked on me, and he was just like suspended in midair, and I was like looking right at his eyeball and his teeth, and he just let me go.
He let you go.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So would you say that those two times were your most terrifying moments ever filming, or do you have another terrifying moment?
The terrifying, it doesn't happen like it's not terrifying. It's more like excitement and like, you know, thank God it happened, you know, like.
Do you get satisfied, Mark, from your shots, or do you always want something more dangerous, more thrilling?
Well, now it's more like using different cameras and stuff, and you know, we're using, you know, the Canons, and it's like a harder game out there to play because we're doing soft focuses and stuff, and more like having fun with it now.
How many cameras have you lost from doing filming?
Oh, well, I did 4 seasons on Wild Boys, and I don't know, I must have went through like 8 or so on that.
Wow.
Between this and that. And
So you always are having to get new ones.
happens,
And we're going to talk about that. You did a lot of work on MTV with Jackass, the show,
Yep.
Jackass, the movie, Wild Boys.
Yep,
So,
all the boys, yep.
all right, well, we're going to take a quick break. When we get back from these messages, we'll talk about Wild Boys, Jackass, all of that, along with Gator Week. Stay with us. There's much more to come.